Hello, I'm Mariah Rogers, and today I will be showing you how to make no-bake cookies. In this recipe, we will be using 2 cups of sugar, a 1/4 cup of cocoa, 1 stick of butter, a 1/2 cup of milk, a teaspoon of vanilla, a 1/2 cup of Jif creamy peanut butter, 3 cups of Quaker oats, and last but not least, a pinch of salt. Alright, so I've now added some butter, my 1 stick of butter, into the pan, and it's been melting here just for a little while. So next, I will be adding the milk into my pan, but first we need to bring it down to medium so that we don't totally fry our milk. And always stir while adding your milk into your butter. Alright, next we're going to add our cocoa into the pot. Alright, next we're going to add our sugar into our pan. When adding the sugar, do a little bit at a time so that you don't, and keep stirring it so that your sugar doesn't form to the bottom of your pan, because it likes to do that, and you want a smooth consistency for the base of your cookie. Alright, we're going to add the last bit here. Well, we'll have to do it one more time after this. Alright, we're going to add the last bit in. Alright, just make sure to get that last bit of sugar that you may have in the bottom of whichever container that you're using. Now you can start to smell that chocolate, and you know that's going to be a good cookie. Alright, now we're going to leave it on the stove and let it cook for 2 minutes on medium heat, and then stir it every so often so that you know that your sugar doesn't start forming to the pan and doesn't start to crystallize. Make sure that you get it all off your spatula. Alright, so now that it's been cooking for 2 minutes on medium heat, it had come to a boil, but we watched it, so we were able to make sure it didn't boil over the pot. So next, you wanted to add a pinch of salt after you have taken it off the heat so that it can calm down, get back to a better consistency. Next, we're going to add our vanilla. So we're going to be using pure vanilla extract. So we're going to be using 1 teaspoon. All right, and you're just going to drizzle that in. And don't forget, after you've added each ingredient, make sure to stir it in so that you know that everything's getting mixed well together. All right, now we're going to add our peanut butter. So we have our peanut butter here. As you can tell, it's not going to come out by itself. So you'll need to grab a knife and just move it along the sides and make sure that you get it close to the bottom of your pan so that when it goes in, it doesn't splash you. And all right, now that we've gotten our peanut butter, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and stir that in so that it can get to become creamy with all of the chocolate, so that we will then have just one mixture to work with at the end. Next, we're going to grab our oats that we measured out into 3 cups, and then we're just going to pour them slowly. But for today, we're going to add the whole 3 cups in there. So now that you've mixed everything, we're going to move it off the stove into our counter where we can now put our cookies in as small of a form or as big that you want your cookies to be. So you're going to use a ladle and a spoon. And you're going to just get a good heaping of no bake. Then you're just going to put it down on your sheet. And you can make them bigger or smaller if you'd like. It's all up to you. Well, you can use aluminum foil, which I'm using, or you can use wax paper so that it doesn't stick to your sheet pans and you can just peel them off whenever they're cool. And there you go, folks. That's all we need to know to make some good homemade no bakes.